This is not a test. So this video was inspired by leaving my phone at home today. So after work, I go to a Spanish lesson on Tuesdays, and I showed up, and it was the first thing that I told my Spanish instructor, because I use my phone for a variety of tasks in class, so I just showed up with my books and that was good enough. And so we started talking about it. Just saying how like back in the day, it was normal to not carry a phone everywhere. It was, like 20 years ago, we didn't have we had phones, but not with cameras in them, and certainly not the internet, really basic functionality, before color screens and that kind of stuff. So just and that was normal. And so it kind of sparked this conversation about what is normal, and it's a funny topic, talking about what normal is. And so kind of what came up was because I'm trying to say this stuff in Spanish too, right? So it's a method to get the conversation going, but it's sitting underneath fluorescent lights. It's not normal because of how they work, how they're only on part of the time. So then there's a flicker, at least with cheap ones, which are, what's in a lot of places, and then it's not good for your brain. So it's it has become normal. It's very standard. They're very economical and whatnot, but yeah, it's funny. What is normal? To live in Canada, north of the 49th parallel. It's cold. It doesn't support vegetation in the wintertime. Of course, it's nice in the summertime, but so for a bunch of months of the year, there's no sun. You don't get any sun on your skin. You're just inside all the time, or covered up anyways. And it can be all right, I guess, depending on who you are and what you're doing. Yeah, it's tough with no sun and having to import your food so it's not fresh as it could be. Is that normal? It's become normal, but to me it's certainly less than ideal than than not getting the sun on your skin. And then what else is not super normal? Yeah, it's cold. I think I said that, but what else is not normal? I'm going through a time right now in my life where I am struggling a bit. This is 2 years deep into COVID, just like everybody else. It's January 2022, and there have been some normals. Wearing masks has become the norm, but of course it's not normal. It depends on how you look at it. Is it, we're going through a process, hopefully an evolution. You could say that that's normal. We go through processes, if, as human beings or as a species or whatever, a society. So there is normal to it and there is not normal to it. This is the result of something. And so, yeah, that's tough. And, a couple years deep into it, I have made good use of my time, but I don't want to say I'm reaching my rope's end, but I am finding it hard on some days, even with the things that I keep myself busy with. And I feel sometimes sometimes I get up and it's I just feel paralyzed. It's I just don't want to move, or I don't feel like moving, or I've lost the motivation to move. I always do. I get up and I do yoga, and then I get on with it. You persist, you push through, but it's tough, Sometimes it's like you take a step forward, and then it's like a step back, and then that back foot, and then all of a sudden you stepped on a landmine, and then it's just like kaboom, and everything explodes again. And it's that's become normal in my life, but I would like to see my life not explode constantly. Even though there's something to be learned around every corner, and I'm grateful for that. I wrote a poem, or part of a poem once. It's stuck between a rock and being forced to do certain things. I see the sword of Damocles as the pendulum swings. Can't say I don't feel blessed for all that life brings, but sometimes my plate is just so darn full that I recoil like a spring. And then it goes on, but it's just trying to express that frustration, and at the same time suck it up. This is a time to be strong, not weak, but also not deny that you're having an experience, and it's okay to for it to be difficult, I guess. There's something that's talked about in Hermetic literature. It's something called the divine paradox, where it's just because there's a relative and a fundamental, and just because you are aware of the fundamental truth, it doesn't mean that there isn't a sort of a relativity to your existence as well. It's yes, we will get through it, but it's okay to feel sad, when you're experiencing loss or difficulty or tragedy, whatever. This whole COVID thing is hard on everybody, and it's hard on my old man. It's hard on my sister, and I don't even know, people with families, people who got it, people who don't got it, people who there's going to be a lot of reflecting when it's over, and people are going to have to look and be well, how did you treat other people? Did you call other people's names? Did you I wear a mask just because I know that it makes other people feel comfortable, and because it's the right thing to do right now. Everybody's scared, so it's a lot of people have different beliefs about different aspects of this whole thing that's going on, but one thing that's for sure is we're all in it together. So instead of making it about yourself, it helps to, think about others. That's what I try to do anyways. And yeah, I've been struggling a bit with some other things, what's normal, something that came up in my talk with my Spanish teacher was he says he asked me this question, to provoke me to speak, but the question was, what is the state, the mental health of people in Canada right now? And I said, well, man, that's a huge question. It depends on who you are and how you're handling all this kind of stuff. If you have a family, it might be all right. You're just doing your thing and whatnot. For me, it's a little lonely. I live on my own. It's a little lonely, or a lot lonely, but it's okay. But anyways, so then Canada's funny in the wintertime, and then there's in the rest of the time, what is it like? Depends on. If you're an Indigenous person, you might have a bit of a different experience than some other people, or like if you're of some other ethnicity or whatnot. It's different for everybody. He's yeah. Anyways, and so depends on who you are. How much. I don't know how else to say it, but like, yeah, how much, how well you're doing. I guess it's you can prosper. Sometimes, so for some people it's hard. If you like to work, it's a great place to be. I personally, I like to work, but like, I am not here just to work. I'm here to dance. I'm here to sing. I'm here to play the piano. I am here to smile. I'm here to philosophize. And so I struggle a bit in that aspect area of just existing here right now. And I wish, there's lots of fruit, but I wish there was more fruit. Local fruit. But so like then this thing came up, I can't remember, we were talking about our phones, and then it was like Wi-Fi. And it's like, okay, this is good. However, there are some concerns. It's a lot of energy in the air. And what effect that can have on systems and beings and whatnot, human systems, just like the lights from fluorescent lights and that kind of stuff. And then the Wi-Fi, the whole 5G thing, and some people are worried about that, but of course it's just a matter of harmonizing the technology and making sure that it is designed to not interfere with natural systems, I don't know, migratory birds and this and that, whatever, any way you want to look at it. But anyways, and like, so it's like, what's normal? And then so there was this quote that I dropped, of course, and it's by Krishnamurti, and it goes something like, it is no measure of good health to be well adjusted to sickness. And so this also came too because like I live in a valley where they do some farming, and it stinks right now. Like I live in the mountains where it doesn't stink, and then I come down and it smells like a sock. And it's like, how do people live here? How do you get used to it? And that was the answer, was you get used to it. And it's like, is that healthy? I don't know, I'll listen to my own intuition on that one, and I'm not going to spend another winter here. You're going to see this one make his way down south. Yep, that's where I'm going to be spending my winters, if not life. Because that's right. So, yeah, anyways, what's normal? I don't know. Some things have become normal. Some things, I don't know. But I guess, it's not like there's a definitive answer to that question. I would just say that it's like something to think about. It's an open dialogue. It's a evolving conversation, and it will get better with time. The conversation, and also what is normal, because I do believe that we are evolving, and that normal is only going to get better. So let's all just hang in there through these difficult times, and just be super nice to each other and compassionate and understanding and have patience and relax, and we'll get through this together. So, peace.